And you have more experience facing Ohio State, I think, even than your coaching staff. You were here in 2016 and 2017. You know, when you come into a week like this and an offense that they have, what are the key points that you can pass on to your teammates about how they've got to play and what they got to think about?
Yeah, obviously they're an explosive offense, you know, and I think the lessons to take away from years past we played them, the way to play them close, you got to get turnovers. You know, you got to keep them in check. Obviously, explosive play wise, as much as possible. You know, they're going to get some plays. They got athletes, but you know, just limiting that. You know, and getting turnovers is the biggest key, I think, stat in the game with them.
You had one of your better performances of the season against Purdue. What are you doing to keep that momentum going against Ohio State?
Yeah, I mean, nothing changes week to week. I'm going to prepare like I prepare every week, and you know, sometimes you know, stat-wise, it turns out a little different.
Does it say anything about this team that is pretty healthy heading into November? Is there anything to read on that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a physical sport. You can't control that, you know, entirely. Injuries are going to happen, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely you know, it's been something we've been able to prevent as of late, so it's been good.
Is there anything in particular that you do to try to lessen the chance of that?
Yeah, I mean, everything weight room wise is just that, right? Is injury prevention. You know, that's the reason you're in the weight room for the most part. You know, other than that, I mean, it's recovery. But I mean, a lot of injuries you're not going to be able to prevent out there on the field. So there's not a ton you can do sometimes if you're going to get your knee blown out and someone rolls into you. I mean, what are you going to do about it? It's football.
Hey Ben, the leadership on this team is kind of unique in that there's a group of seniors like yourself who are actually older than the captains. Coach talked Saturday after the game about handing the locker room over to the captains. How much did the guys like yourself and JoJo, Markel, the 6th-year juniors have a say in you know, the message to the team in that moment too?
Yeah, Joe was definitely vocal. I don't necessarily remember everyone that spoke. There's quite a few people that spoke after the game. But you know, the message is similar. You know, those leaders carry a lot of the same messages. You know, a lot of these same viewpoints across the team, I guess. So you know, the message that they carried and that they spoke on is pretty unanimous.
A lot of the guys, maybe in particular the defensive guys up here today, have expressed confidence. Where does that come from? Obviously, the results on the scoreboard haven't gone the way you wanted the past couple of weeks. So where does that confidence that there's still a lot to play for and that you can play with Ohio State come from at this point in the season?
Yeah, I mean, got a lot of older guys, a lot of guys that played a lot of football. So, you know, I think we're confident in ourselves. We're confident in each other that you know, we can do our job. You know, we wouldn't be on the field if we weren't capable of doing our job at a high level. So, I think that's where it stems from a lot.
How big or how small do you perceive the talent gap to be between you guys and Ohio State, and how much has that changed in your time here, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I don't know, changing wise over the years how much it's changed, but you know, across Division I football, I don't think the talent gap is very big. So I think it's a lot smaller than it was years ago, and so you know, you got to come play every week.
Mr. Ben? I guess.